Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Salatu wassalamu ala Rasulullah. I'm Kuratulain Bukhari, Leadership Ali from Rehan AI Teachers Training Institute. Today I'm here to record a session with Sesame, and our topic will be how to boost the productivity and what are the simple tricks for it. So let me add Sesame to our stream.
Hey there.
Hello, Sesame. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. Just feeling energized. How are things on your end?
I'm fine. Sesame, today I want to discuss a topic with you, how to boost our productivity with simple tricks. Are you ready for that?
I am absolutely ready. I love a good productivity deep dive. Where do you want to start?
So, I want to start with the question, what does productivity actually mean and why is it so important in our daily lives?
To me, productivity isn't about squeezing every single second out of the day like a robot. It's more about intentionality, making sure the energy you spend actually goes toward the things that matter to you. It's important because when we're just busy without being productive, we end up exhausted, but feeling like we accomplished nothing. Does that resonate with how you see it?
So, if productivity is about getting meaningful work done, what are the biggest habits that usually reduce our productivity?
I think the biggest one is the trap of multitasking. We tell ourselves we're being efficient by doing three things at once, but really, we're just switching gears constantly, which drains your brain. Then there's the perfectionism loop where you spend 2 hours tweaking a font instead of actually finishing the project. I'm curious, which one of those usually trips you up more?
Yes, multitasking, I think so. So, since distractions are there and they are the major problem, what are some simple tricks we can use to stay focused while working or studying?
One of my favorites is the Pomodoro technique, basically working in short, intense sprints with a guaranteed break and tricks your brain into starting because you know the finish line is only 25 minutes away. Then there's the digital sunset for your workspace, which just means putting your phone in another room or on do not disturb so you aren't fighting the urge to check a notification every 2 minutes. Do you find that your phone is the main culprit, or is it more about the noise and chaos around you?
Yes, most of the time you're right. Most of the time, our distraction is the main distraction is our mobile. Yes, you're right. And
See, tough.
yes,
It really is. Those devices are literally designed to keep us hooked. Do you have a specific app that's your biggest time sink, or is it just the general habit of scrolling?
can you please repeat your question?
Of course. I was just wondering if there's one specific app that usually sucks you in, or if it's more of a general habit of scrolling through everything.
Yes, sometimes we are going to check just single message uh, and we see that an hour is passed. So it happens when we don't have any plans in our mind.
The just one quick check trap is a classic. It's like your brain just goes on autopilot, and before you know it, you've seen three different recipe videos and a deep dive into some random celebrity drama. Do you think having a set list of goals for the day helps you snap out of it, or Does that feel too rigid?
Yes, setting goals is so much important, and I wonder if we don't set our goals, then how can we spend our day?
Without a plan, you're basically just reacting to whatever the world throws at you. You end up spending your energy on the loudest things in the room instead of the most important ones. It's the difference between driving a car with a map and just drifting wherever the wind blows. Do you usually prefer a detailed schedule, or are you more of a top three things kind of person?
Mm, actually, I try to remain focused on one job when I'm doing anything. That I select any one job and then I focus it.
That's honestly the gold standard. Single tasking is such a superpower because you actually get into a flow state where the work feels easier. Does it take you a while to get into that zone, or are you able to lock in pretty quickly?
Yes, I want to talk about once we have a plan, how can we prioritize tasks so we don't waste time or less important work?
A great way to handle that is the Eisenhower matrix. It's basically splitting your tasks into four boxes based on whether they're urgent and whether they're actually important. Helps you realize that some things feel like emergencies, but don't actually move the needle on your long term goals. Do you usually go after the hardest task first to get it over with, or do you prefer knocking out a few small wins to build momentum?
I just check it out what is most important right now. Uh, so I do that task first.
That's the way to do it. Tackling the most important thing first keeps you from having that nagging feeling in the back of your head all day. Do you find that once you finish that big priority, the rest of the day feels like a breeze?
Yes, when we prioritize our goals and our task, and when we complete it, so it's a sigh of relief. Yes, you're right, and I want to talk with you about procrastination. Sometimes, even with a good plan, we procrastinate. So, what are some easy ways to overcome procrastination?
Procrastination is the ultimate paradox. We know exactly what we need to do, but our brain just decides that staring at a wall is more appealing. One of the best ways to break that cycle is the 2 minute rule. Something takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. Mm. For the bigger things, just tell yourself you'll work on it for exactly 2 minutes. Usually, the hardest part is just the friction of starting. Once you've broken the seal, you're likely to keep going. Do you think you procrastinate more because you're overwhelmed by the size of the task, or because the task itself just feels boring?
Yes, sometimes I do. Yes, it happens. Sometimes uh, I feel my energy so low and I procrastinate. Yes, it is true. Sometimes there are other issues, there are other pressures, there are health issues, or something like that. Yes, yes, it happened with me. So, besides managing our tasks, how do healthy habits like sleep, exercise, and proper nutrition affect productivity?
It's basically the fuel for the whole engine. If you're running on 4 hours of sleep and a couple coffees, your brain is basically trying to run a marathon in flip flops. Sleep is where your brain actually processes everything you learn that day, and exercise is like a reset button for your stress levels. When you're physically drained, even the smallest task can feel like climbing a mountain. Do you feel like your productivity dips more when your sleep is off, or is it more about your general energy levels throughout the day?
I can't manage with my low, less sleep, I can't handle my any routine. I need to sleep properly, and then I can do anything productively. Yes, it happens with me. So I want to ask something, last one. I want to ask a last question from you. If you had to recommend just three simple productivity tricks that anyone could start using today, what would they be, and why do you think they are the most effective?
If I had to boil it down to a starter kit, I'd definitely go with these three. First, the 2 minute rule because it kills the friction of starting. Second, single tasking, just like you do, because it protects your focus and prevents that brain drain from switching gears. And third, a consistent sleep routine, because as you mentioned, none of the other tricks matter if your brain doesn't have the fuel to actually function. I think they're the most effective because they don't require a complex system. They just change how you approach the next 5 minutes of your life. How do those feel as a final takeaway for your session?
That's great. That's great. So, Sesame, I want to thank you that you were with me, and I learned a lot from you. And inshallah, in future, I'll talk to you again with yet another topic.
It was truly my pleasure. I really enjoyed diving into this with you. I'll be right here whenever you're ready for the next topic. Until then, take care.
Goodbye. So, this was me, Karatline Bukhari, Leadership Poly, and I was talking to Sesame on the topic how to boost the productivity and what are the simple tricks to boost our productivity. And yes, we have to be consistent, we have to be focused, and we have to be single tasking, and our sleep matters, our posture matters, our exercises matter, and yes, to boost our productivity, we need to follow some rules, and we need to follow some tricks. So in this video, we have discussed about those tricks. I hope everybody, whoever is listening, can benefit out of them. So inshallah, I'll see you into the next video with another topic. God bless you. Allah Hafiz.